having a great time.
Oh, I'm just trying to move. I am in Cleveland, Ohio, at the beginning of the Ohio to Erie Trail. Going to be biking to Cleveland, probably in storms. Follow along. Let's go. The house from A Christmas Story. I did not know it was in Cleveland. The last time I did this trip, I biked right past and had no idea. For Geely. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. And over here is the Bumpus house. I don't see all the damn dogs. Registered guests only. I guess you could stay there. The Christmas Story house. And there's a gift shop across the street. Rolling out of Cleveland, headed towards Cincinnati on the Ohio to Erie Trail. A little chilly in the low 50s, rained all night. Seems to have a slight break in the rain currently, but it's probably going to rain the entire trip. We got thunderstorms rolling in around noon. And I'm just sending it. The Ohio to Erie Trail is listed at 326 miles. It is Wednesday morning, and I don't have to be at work until Tuesday. Here's some stuff I want to check out already. Who knew the Christmas Story house was in Cleveland? Anyways, check this out. It's an ingot car. Never seen an ingot car. What is this bad boy? The bottle car for moving molten iron. It's pretty sweet. Look at that. So we're on an adventure heading to Cincinnati. Now, this is technically my second time on the Ohio to Erie Trail. My first big trip was in Ohio, and I biked 400 miles up to Cleveland, and then I biked the Ohio to Erie Trail. But by the time I started the trail itself, I was pretty much dead. And I didn't video a lot. So I've been wanting to come back and hit the trail again, because there was a lot of stuff that I assume I just biked by and didn't even pay attention to. Now, the weather is calling for basically rain the entire time. We got rain and thunderstorms starting around noon today, and then it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. And looking at the forecast, by the time I'm out of the Cleveland area and I'm moving towards Columbus and Cincinnati, and out of this particular storm, there's another one rolling in through Cincinnati and Columbus. So, probably gonna do a lot of biking in the rain. Probably gonna be a lot of type 2 fun. But I'll blab on that as we go, because I got a few days to do some blabbing. I'm all loaded up. I actually got dropped off here this morning. Last night I was in Pittsburgh. Yeah, last night I was in Pittsburgh at a concert. The Sasanta concert. Perfect Circle, Pussifer, and Promise. I don't know if y'all know who those people are. But I was checking out the concert last night, and I didn't get to Cleveland and get to bed till 2 o'clock last night. And I was up at 5. I'm camping the whole time, so maybe I'll be able to sleep. I don't know if I can, but my goal is to try to find places with shelter to camp at, so at least I'm not packing up a wet tent. Anyways, probably a lot of blabbing already. Like and subscribe, follow along, and on we go. Mile 5. Not sure what they're counting, but I'm at 10. Two-track trestle, 1907. Critters. Oh, there's babies. I'm probably gonna get attacked. I wouldn't normally stop for geese, but I'll stop for the little baby geese. I'll probably get attacked. Look at little baby geese. Look at all these critters. Lots of babies. More babies than there are adults out here. Pretty cute. Oh no, there's cars coming. I don't know how well you can see it. Two big old snappers fighting it out. Of course, they got lazy since I got the camera out. And the minute I turn this off, they're gonna go crazy again. I've been thinking about getting a better camera, something with an optical zoom, so I could get stuff like this. This would have been perfect for a good zoom. All right. 70 seconds is all you get. Well, I've officially made it to the towpath. That is the part of the trail that runs along the canal that's not paved. The Ohio to Erie trail has multiple trails connected, stretching from Cleveland to Cincinnati, with only a few gaps in the trail where you ride on the road. Most of it's paved, and this section is the section that is not paved. Now right now the trail is actually really nice, and it's almost like riding on cement. Even the puddles that I've ridden through have been solid so far. I don't know what this like. I'm not sure what this is like when it's raining. But if I'm real lucky, I'll make it through this section. I'll be honest, I don't remember how long this is. I didn't research enough to check. It's just past 11 o'clock, I believe. 3 hours to go 16 miles. That's not because it's hard to get through, but because I stopped the video. The first time I did the trail coming out of Cleveland, there was a bridge out. So I had to figure out my way through, and I'm certain the way I went was wrong. That bridge was open today, and it was considerably easier to navigate getting out of Cleveland this time around. Anyways, just really getting going. I wasn't sure what time I was going to get started today, so I was planning at least 60 miles. But I got started pretty early, so the 60 miles won't be difficult. Oddly enough, on my first trip, I went from Cleveland to Fredericksburg, which was 103 miles. Hello. A lot of maintenance going on today. Through the entire trail so far, been a lot of people out. I was thinking, if I got to Fredericksburg, I could camp in the city park in the pavilion to hide from the rain. But someone told me the pavilion's gone. So I'm no longer interested in trying to get to Fredericksburg. I don't remember what town it is, but you get about 80 miles and then you get to one of the sections where you're on the road. And my thought process was, if I got to that section before it got dark, I would just ride the road to Fredericksburg, even if I was rolling in after dark. I'd be on the road. Not a lot to miss. Anyways, it's a lot of blabbing. It's a lot of blabbing. On we go. Like and subscribe, follow along. It's Adventure Time. So a boat would be coming down the canal here. The gates here would be open. They'd bring the boat in, close the gates, and the canal would fill with water, raising the level of the boat and raising the level of the water to match the creek over here on the other side, or the canal on the other side. Then they would open up the gates on this side and let the boat go through. And they was towing them with mules and horses. So that's kind of neat. This was a tavern and a store, a little rest stop on the canal. Check it out. I'm a pretty big fan of the old historical stuff. You know, something along your route to check out. Can you imagine working on one of these boats and you got someone up here on the side of the canal with a team of mules dragging the boat along? Pretty neat. Haven't seen too many people out today. It's to be expected. Kind of like a little example of how goods would have been towed along on the boat. This is the Canal Exploration Center. Making horrible time today. But that's normal. Just out here exploring, having an adventure. The adventure ain't started yet, but it's coming real soon. Thunderstorms in the forecast. The Jate Company Town. Probably pronouncing it wrong. Jaite. Jate. Company Town for a paper mill. Off the trail about a half a mile on a very busy road. Lunch today is peanut butter and blueberry bagels. That's right. Lunchtime in Boston Mills. They got snacks and stuff in here, but I ain't buying anything. I was about to say, I've been lucky with the rain, and I literally it's just started sprinkling. There's a place in here where I'm charging my phone. Part of the issue, it's too cold to just bike in the rain, but it's also too hot to put a rain jacket on and not just become a sauna. If you don't know, that's what happens when you wear a rain jacket. Unless it's real cold, if you wear a rain jacket, it'll keep you dry. A good one will. But then it becomes a sauna and you get soaked with sweat. Oh well. Well, it's officially raining. I'm smiling now. It is only really sprinkling. But I looked at the radar and I don't think it's gonna quit the rest of the week. So I've got out a different camera because the other camera is not waterproof and kind of sensitive. So if you notice the difference in the sound quality or the video quality, let me know. Comment, like and subscribe. Going underneath a big old bypass. Anyways, on we go. Slightly sprinkling. I must be right on the edge of whatever's blowing in. Hello. Pretty neat. I'm in Peninsula. I about passed it up. It's on the other side of the river from the trail. And I turned around to come back, trying to make sure I get all this quality content. Kind of weird because it quit sprinkling and now it's super humid. I guess that's not weird. That's a fine caboose. Look at there. Blue heron for Thomas. Chipmunk. I got no reason to complain yet, but it's not started raining. I must be right on the edge of a storm front. In Peninsula, I can see blue skies on one side and then the gray skies on the other. And when I first stopped, it was pretty hot. The sun was out and it was super muggy. And before I left, it got real cold. And I was like, oh man, here it comes. That was 5 or 6 miles ago. And I still ain't seen it yet. I don't know what I'm asking for. I know what I'm asking for. And it's gonna suck. Probably. I think I'm 5 or so miles, 5 to 10 miles outside of Akron. at around 35 miles. On we go. Into the great unknown. If the unknown is this bike trail that I've been on already. Maybe if you count the weather. That's unknown. The canal's almost level with the trail back there. So keep that in mind. I guess I'm daring Mother Nature. The rain has arrived, and there's thunder. No lightning yet. I was looking for adventure, and I found it. Still a little bit early to be laughing and giggling about all this. That said, don't go out looking for adventure and then get upset when you find it. Raining pretty good. I'm only 40 miles in, and it's, I think, after 3 o'clock. I got at least 20 miles to go. That's just to get anywhere near where I wanted to get to. Anyways, it's raining, thundering. Y'all hear that sound? That's the sound of it. Oh shit, there's some lightning. Y'all hear that? That's the sound of adventure. Man, I'm dumb. So what's your name?
Tim L. Schultz.
This is Tim. I recognize the name. You've had to comment or something
Yeah.
on some of my stuff. This
Yeah.
is Tim. He's a subscriber. I'm getting big time because now I'm meeting people out here who watch my stuff. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I just saw my first subscriber out here. That is the first person who's seen me on the trail that watches my stuff and stopped to say hello. I think it's the first person. Famous! The rain has died off a little bit. So I scooped me some pre-workout. That's about 400 milligrams. You guys only seen the last scoop. That was the 4th scoop. Anyways, here we go. Like and subscribe. Follow along. See if I die out here. I mean, it's not impossible, but lots of flooding. The meat market. Ooh. Look at this fella. What's up, dude? Come on. Summit Lake. Look at that nice graffiti. I'm okay and can appreciate some artwork on man-made stuff. Buildings, bridges, railroad cars. Just not Mother Nature. Critters. I believe those are blue herons. Some turtles out on the log too. I really need to get a better camera. Hello. Well, I got my camp all set up. I'm hiding under a pavilion. Technically not stealth camping because I got permission. I ain't getting into that because I don't want anybody harassing these poor folks. But, big shout out to Todd, thank you very much. They are converting an old church and possibly hosting cyclists at some point. So, man, there's a deer running right across the street. I'm in town, kinda shortly off the trail. I think I did about 60 miles a day. I'm not even sure. It rained on and off. Pretty late. I biked like 12 hours almost. I biked 11 hours, not counting breaks. I think I only went like 60 miles, which isn't very good. Maybe I'll get better miles tomorrow. I got about 20 miles of trail tomorrow, and then there's a road section that's about 20 miles, and hopefully I'll make good time on the road. I probably won't do a lot of videoing on the road. I don't know. Anyways, y'all want to see my camp? There's my camp. Bicycle. Since I'm not stealth camping, I got stuff just thrown out. Check this out. I got electric, so I'm charging up my stuff and saving my battery. And they brought me out a gallon of water. Pretty sweet. No blabbing. I'm gonna eat probably some pulled pork in a package, like tuna, but it's pulled pork, and some instant mashed potatoes. Like and subscribe, follow along. I'll see y'all in the morning. Back on the OTET. Riding in the rain. Most of the towpath is crushed stone, and in dry weather it's probably really nice. There's a few spots on the towpath where the water floods over, and they've paved it to prevent it eroding. Every time the water comes over the trail, it washes off the gravel. Back on the towpath this morning. It's almost 8 o'clock. It is raining. Probably gonna rain all day today. If I'm lucky, it'll be off and on. Maybe I'll get a break here and there. That's Clinton, Ohio, along the OTET on the towpath. That's where I stayed last night. they've got a memorial park there, which is one of the nicest memorial parks I've ever seen. They got a lot of cool stuff. Whoever is taking care of it is putting a lot of effort into it. I don't really discuss it any, but I'm a veteran myself. Maybe that's why I like that stuff, I don't know. But it's cool. So, I got started yesterday around 8 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't roll into where I was camping in the town there until about 7 o'clock. So in 11 hours, I clocked about 63 miles, which even for me is really bad. My first 3 hours, I only went 16 miles. And I didn't think I poked around that much, but I guess I did. Anyways, it's cold, it's wet, kind of sucks. Oh dear. That's it, get out of the way. So, a lot of people like to say that a bad day out on the bike is better than a good day at home. But if that was true, I'd see more people out in the rain. Anyways, like and subscribe, follow along. On we go. On this rainy day adventure. You know, if it was like 15 or 20 degrees warmer, it wouldn't even be that big a deal. I did figure out how to adjust my jacket though. That might help. Blabbing. Non-stop blabbing. On we go. Take a break here, work on my YouTube personality.
Hey guys, we're out on the OTET. We're having a great day. Ah!
I haven't been videoing all the locks. There's way more locks than I've been hitting, but this one has been restored and is complete. So here you can see the lower gates open. A boat would get pulled in and they would close these gates, and then they would raise this water up to meet the level of this side. And then they would open these gates and the boat would get pulled on in to this side. And vice versa. This is a lock house. So somebody would have lived here And their job 24/7 would have been to run out and let the boats through. One of the reasons I wanted to hit the trail again is I didn't get to video much of the last time I was out here, or rather I didn't video much. So I wanted to come out and video more, and this rain ain't helping any. But we're gonna ignore it, just ride on through. Get a lot of people that I guess only show like the nice stuff about biking and stuff, and I'm pretty blunt. Biking in the rain sucks. And what sucks even worse than biking in the rain is waking up in the cold and putting on wet clothes that you wore yesterday to get started. Now I was lucky and I was able to pitch my tent in a place where it stayed dry. Otherwise you'd have to pack up a wet tent and then unpack a wet tent later in the day to sleep in it. On a day like today, you're not going to get your tent dry, so that's something. Anyways, enough blabbing. I don't know how the sound and video of this looks because I'm using a waterproof camera that I don't normally use. So clue me in if it looks alright. I'm in Massillon. This is protein, creatine, and there's some beet juice powder in here. Only one way to drink it. Not really good. I'm in Dalton. It's 11:30. I've made it about 25 miles. So I've been at it for 3.5 hours. I'm not going any faster today than I did yesterday. From Dalton to Fredericksburg, I believe is 18 miles of road. So I might make up some time. Probably not. It's rained all day. I probably won't video much between here and Fredericksburg because I'm going to be on the road. and I would like to make up some time. I am definitely in some type 2 fun. I've already in my head started picturing ways I could tap out and go home. But I ain't going to. That's just part of type 2 fun. If you're not contemplating quitting, you're not in type 2 fun. It just sucks. It's 50 degrees. It's cold. It's raining all day. I've hit a little bit of pavement today, but there's been a lot of the crushed stone paths, and a lot of it was really soft. And there was a few sections where I had some severe headwind on top of the rain, on top of the soft ground, and I was pedaling, not pushing, but pushing 4 miles an hour, which is slow and crappy. Anyways, I'm gonna eat some snacks and then head to Fredericksburg. Not stopping in Fredericksburg. You wanna hear something sad? Fredericksburg is where I stopped at on my first day, the last time I did it. And that was after biking 400 miles. So on my last trip, really my first one, I biked 400 miles to get to the OTET. And then on my first day on the OTET, I biked 100 miles. I'm at it pushing a day and a half, going on a day and a half, and I'm at 85 miles or something. Sad. Anyways, maybe tomorrow will be better, but today's not getting any better. I don't remember. Maybe I'll be on pavement the rest of the day. I thought the OTET was all paved once you got off the towpath. Follow along, like and subscribe, all that stuff. If you like to hear me complain the rest of the day, keep on watching. Hello. Made it to Fredericksburg. I'm around 40 miles today. It's like past 2 o'clock. So it'll take me 6 hours. Pretty slow. The road section made up a little bit, but not much. gonna have a bagel and some peanut butter in Fredericksburg, but they had pizza by the slice, so I had some pizza. It was like $3, $4 for a soda and a slice of pizza, and I feel like that's not a bad deal. I spent $7 yesterday, so I'm up to $11 on this trip. It's still raining, been raining all day. Sometimes it's raining more than other times, but it ain't stopped any. It's been a real suck fest. The rain and the trail is really slowing me down, which is sad. And I thought I was gonna do 100 miles a day and get this bad boy over in 3 days. My mic's not working. Probably got wet. Sorry for any audio issues. Anyways, 9 miles to Millersburg, and then we're on the road again, I guess. I don't remember, but that's what my map says. Like and subscribe, follow along, so you could be on an adventure and not out in the rain, but at home, nice and comfy. On we go. Protein. I'm in Millersburg. I think 10 miles from Fredericksburg. Sign says they got one of the oldest running hotels here in town, but it looks like it's up a hill. I don't think I'm going to go check it out. It's about 4:30, I believe. I think I might have caught a break from the rain. Every time I think that, it starts dumping on me again. But it looked like there might be a break on the radar. I'm headed towards Killbuck. the Bridge of Dreams. It's, I don't know, 20 miles or so from here. I don't remember. It looks like there's a pavilion around the Bridge of Dreams. And I'm contemplating stopping there for the evening. But if I make decent time and I get there and there's still an hour or so of daylight, maybe I'll keep going. I don't know. I know I've had a headwind today, and I know that's been a factor. And I know the trail's been soft. I mean, I was doing 4 miles an hour for quite a while. So I know that's played an impact on the distance I'm pushing. But I just feel like I should be doing more. I've made up a lot of time on the road section, and it's been pavement since then, but the pavement's rough. It's pretty rooted out. I have London listed around mile 230-ish, and I'd like to set myself up at the end of the day to try to get there tomorrow, because I know there they allow you to camp on the trail side. But that'd be pushing 100 miles tomorrow when I've not been able to clear 80. But it'll be all pavement tomorrow, I think. Anyways, more blabbing later, I guess. What is this, day 2? Day 2 on the Ohio to Erie Trail. Oh, it looks like I might get clear weather the next 3 days. It's Thursday. It looks like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday might be clear. Though that it does look like another storm front is rolling into Cincinnati, possibly Sunday or Monday. So we'll see. Like and subscribe, follow along. On we go. Out here risking life and limb for this quality content. Hello. Check it out. Upcoming rail trail. This should connect Killbuck to Glenmont, I think. I don't know. It's a 7-mile section of road. It ain't ready to be biked on yet, so I'm staying off of it. But it sure beat the road. Sprinkling again. Thought I was done. Kind of cool to see the trail in progress. A lot of the rail trail up here I don't know if I've been able to show it or not. It's like super wide. It's like a 2-lane road, 2-lane paved. And one side is for horse and buggy, and the other side is for cyclists. But they're not separated. So it's just one great big wide path. It looks like that's probably how they're doing this side. It looks like that's probably how they're doing this section too. But I haven't seen any horse and buggy on the road. So the last road section, there was a lot of horse and buggy, and I've given that up for high-speed traffic. Anyways, I'm tired. On we go. New trail section. I am stealth camping, but not very stealth-like. If someone comes up to this spot, I'm gonna get busted. Whether they care or not, I don't know. But there's a sign that says it's closed at 11. I am at the pavilion right off of the Bridge of Dreams. I went about 75 miles today. All the road helped pick up some miles because I was going quite slow. From 8 till 2, 6 hours, I had gone 40 miles. And then I guess 35 miles in the other 5 hours. I don't know, that's really not fast. It's probably pushing 8 o'clock. It was like 7:30 when I got here. It was a rough day. It rained all day. Like, it stopped raining maybe an hour ago. At best, an hour ago. I forgot all about the mountain pass you climb over. I guess that's what you call it. I don't know. It's a dang hill. It's like 1% grade or 1.5%. It's got to be at least 1.5% or 2 maybe. It's like 4 miles up and 4 miles down. Glenmont. You start going up the hill immediately when you leave Glenmont. And then you get to the bottom of the hill almost when you're at the Bridge of Dreams. They call it the Bridge of Dreams because when they was trying to get it done, people told them they was dreaming that it couldn't happen. But it did, so they called it the bridge. It's called the Bridge of Dreams. I'm tired. I need to get out of these wet clothes. It's really cold. It's 50 degrees. It didn't get above 52. And it was raining all day. A lot of wind. Alright. Type 2 fun has been had for quite a bit of the day. It was pretty late when I had my second shot of the caffeine. Alright, I might gripe later, I don't know. If I don't gripe some more in a little bit, or go on a rant, I'll see you in the morning. I don't know. I was finishing eating and walked over to look at the sign, like the little information sign about the bridge or the trail. Anyways, local popo pulled up. Basically pulled up and turned around and left. I waved all friendly like. I don't know how he could have pulled up and not seen my tent. Maybe they don't care. Or it ain't it's not 11 o'clock yet, and he don't care to tell me not to camp here until after 11. I've never been woke up and ran off. I usually hide pretty well. Y'all want to see how my setup is? I'm like, so this is the parking lot. You turn around and you got this pavilion right on the trail here. And that's my tent and bicycle sitting there. Now, it don't show up super well in the video maybe, but I don't have headlights shining on it. Anyways, that's it for now. I will see y'all in the morning, assuming I don't get ran out of here. Like and subscribe. Follow along for more quality content. Not enough water to have breakfast yet this morning. I got enough water for some caffeine. Woo-hoo-hoo! That's a Element LMNT electrolyte pouch. And about 300 milligrams of caffeine from some Mr. Hyde pre-workout. It's about 4 cups of coffee, I think. The Bridge of Dreams. This was originally the Pennsylvania Railroad, converted to a rail trail, and they converted this bridge 370 feet into a covered bridge. So it's called the Bridge of Dreams because when they was planning to convert the bridge to a covered bridge, there was a lot of skeptics that was basically telling them they was dreaming, and they got it done and named it the Bridge of Dreams. So covered bridges was originally done not for an aesthetic, but to keep the bridge from rotting. So originally the covered bridges were made out of wood, and they enclosed the bridges like you would your house to protect it from the weather. That's why they don't make covered bridges anymore, because bridges aren't made out of wood anymore. Or something like that. It is chilly. It was 43 when I woke up. I got busted last night stealth camping. I was afraid they patrolled the area, and they do. So, 2 o'clock in the morning, I get woke up and I was honest. I mean, for the most part. I told him I got caught up in the rain, and if not for the rain, I'd be another 20 miles down the trail, which is true. And then I'd be camping somewhere else, which is true. And he said that next time just notify the local police. But before I ever went to bed, they swung by twice and saw me sitting there and didn't say anything. My concern is notifying them. They'd be like, well, you can't stay there. The night before, I actually did speak to the local police. Not here. Clinton, I think? I don't remember. And I asked them about setting up my tent under the pavilion, and they said, oh, we don't allow that. And that's when I found the church to camp at, or what used to be a church. It's now being converted, I guess, to a home. I doubt they watch this, but thanks again, Todd. So I made it about 75 miles yesterday. Oh man, there's sun. There's sun! That's good because I'm cold. I did change my socks this morning. Decided not to wear the wet socks. But in fear that I'd just be getting splashed with water where the trail's wet, I didn't change my shorts. I'm just gonna wear them dry. So, I have no idea how much distance I can cover in a day. I'm gonna try to get to London, Ohio. They have a campsite where you are allowed to camp for free right on the trail and running water. It's around mile 235, I think, 230. So it's 100 miles. So I'm around 135-ish this morning. I pulled into camp with enough water for dinner and a little sippy sip this morning, but not enough for breakfast. I think the bridge is 4 miles outside of Danville. So I'm going to see if I can find some water there and probably have my oatmeal. So far on this trip, I'm at 11 bucks. I spent $7 the first day on a Mountain Dew, a Snickers, and a bag of Doritos. When the local police told me I couldn't camp there, I thought I was going to have to go another 20 miles to find the next spot. So I bought some sugar and slammed it. And then was Googling and found the church. And then yesterday, I decided to get me a slice of pizza. And some kind of Dr. Pepper. It's $4. I really need to spray my chain off and lube it. Alright, supposed to be dry the next 2 or 3 days, so might be lucky. There'll be some more blabbing. I need to see what's rubbing. On we go. Made it through Danville. It's just a couple of blocks. There was water at the trailhead coming into Danville, so I was able to fill up all my bottles and I had breakfast. I thought I was going to have to hit the Dollar General and buy some water, but luckily I found the fountain. I also found a water hose and sprayed off the bike. The chain's pretty dirty. Let it dry a little bit and then lube it up. I'm on the Caboose Gap Trail, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, did I mention I got woke up by the police last night? I think I did. I touched on it. So I was probably asleep before 10, and they woke me up at 2. And you know, what's funny is that's the best I've ever sleep. What's funny is that that's the best I've ever slept in the tent or hammock. I've never slept 4 or 5 hours straight without waking up. Luckily, I was able to get back to sleep, but I was snoozing good. Anyways, unless something happens, I'll be rolling through Columbus today and trying to get to London. I'm either going to make decent time or I'm going to be biking at night. And that's my goal, is to get there today. I don't necessarily want to bike in the dark, but since I know where I'm going, I don't know. That's the goal. It's not far from Columbus, and I certainly ain't stopping in Columbus. So, on we go. Like and subscribe. Follow along. Quality content. It's going to be a great day. The sun's out, the sky's blue, not supposed to rain, and it's going to be a well-deserved treat after biking in the rain for 2 days. All right, on we go. Critter. believe I'm in Gambier, Ohio. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. I always do. Which is horrible because look at this caboose they got. That is one fine caboose. Quite the dandy. I got this locomotive engine here, and I think we can climb up in it. I'm not making very good time today. Headwind. Oh.
Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad. Not raining today, that's a plus.
It is. It's a little crisp and cool, but that's science good.
Ow.
Yeah. Right into the head. I need a little engineer jacket. Woo!
So they'd have coal in here, and they'd shovel the coal into here. And I guess the conductor stood over here and worked all these controls.
You're a train guy?
I like him. I don't know anything about him.
Okay, you have limits.
I wouldn't want nobody climbing on my nice caboose either. I mean, if she's mine, I don't want anybody on it either way.
I don't know. Will you pull it one more time?
Headwind all day. But it ain't raining. I sure hope the weatherman wasn't wrong. The high point on the Heart of Ohio Trail. That's just on this section, the Heart of the Ohio Trail, and not the OTET. I am in Cinnaburg, Ohio. It's the center of Ohio. And they've got a rock over here marking the center of Ohio. So let's go look at this rock. Heart of Ohio. Geographical center of Ohio. Established 1834. Cinnaburg. I haven't made it very far today. I think it's pushing 1 o'clock. I don't even know what time it is. I think I've gone 30 miles. I've had a headwind the entire day, and I didn't know it, but once I hit the Heart of Ohio Trail, there's been a slight incline, and I noticed it towards the end of it, or when I got to the high point, and I've been rolling along the last mile a little easier. I don't know, maybe the last. Supposed to be ice cream in town. I'd like some ice cream, but it's cold. Just passed through Cinnaburg, the center of Ohio, and according to the sign, the middle of the OTET Trail. Makes sense. I'm around 160 miles or so. It just got pretty chilly to the point where I was thinking about putting on my windbreaker. I'm quite concerned that it's going to storm. This morning, it said it's supposed to be dry all day. But, you know, these things happen. And I should probably check the weather. I think I'm only about 34 miles in today. And it's 2:16. I've been fighting a headwind all day, and that slowed me down. I think I'm 40 miles or so outside of Columbus, and I can't stop in Columbus. So I'm still thinking of getting to London. But I still got like 60 miles to get there. So I might roll in after dark. In fact, if I get there, it'll be after dark. Got me a cinnamon muffin in Centerburg. I wanted ice cream, but it was too cold. You know, I didn't see a rest area, restroom in Centerburg. I would have thought they would have one. I could have missed it. Anyways, on we go. Like and subscribe, follow along. See if I get wet again today. Big old turtle over there. Can't really see it. Wind isn't helping. That's why I want to get a real camera with an optical zoom. Well, it's sprinkling. Where were you on this one, weatherman? How's the average YouTuber do this? We're having a great day. It's wonderful out here. Woohoo! The weatherman was wrong. It's raining. Woo! We're having a great time. Rain again. Can't believe I'm in the rain again. All right, so I'm about 48 miles in today. It is 4:40. I'm just north of Westerville by a couple of miles. And Westerville is sort of the north side of Columbus. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like once I pass Westerville, I have to keep going until I get out of Columbus. I won't be camping in Columbus. I've been at it for 8 hours. 8 hours, and that's halfway. I think, is that right? Yeah. Anyways, still going. I figure a bunch of sugar and some protein and some caffeine. See how I feel in a half hour. Anyways, it's enough blabbing. It's time to go. $7.50. I got less than an hour before sunset. 20-ish miles to get to London, and I ain't stopping. So I just passed through Columbus. I don't know what this area is called, but there is zero chances of me trying to camp anywhere near here. But Mother Nature isn't helping any, because I still have a strong headwind. In fact, it had died off for a little bit, and now it's pretty much head on. Like, I think 23 miles to London. I'm gonna drop into some type 2 fun as it gets dark. Mural, but probably can't see it very well because of the position of the sun. A nice mural. Hello. Hello. How you doing? I am right around 80 miles for the day. I got around 20 to get to London. I can't see myself stopping anytime soon. It'll be dark in less than an hour. But I've ridden by a couple of homeless encampments, a prostitute on the street, and teenage kids throwing rocks at the homeless people. So I'm not stopping anywhere near here. Today my butt hurts, which it's been a while since I've been able to say my butt hurts. But probably from riding in the rain all day yesterday. I don't know. I'm a little cautious about where I camp at. I got woke up by the popo at 2. And then I told him I'd be out by 6. I said I got my alarm set and I'll be out by 6. At 6:10, he was there checking on me. He ran my ID, checked my background, I guess. I don't know, making sure I'm not homeless or wanted, I guess. On we go. Hello. Made it to London. 100 miles exactly is what I hit today. It took me 15 hours. That's counting stops, whatever. 100 miles. At least 15, probably more like 15 and a half. I woke up at 6. I packed up and left. I was probably gone by 7. I stopped later for breakfast, but I rolled in at like 10:30 p.m. That's all y'all get for now. I'll fill y'all in tomorrow. It was a rough day, and I had some scary encounters. I don't like Columbus, the east or the southwest. Good night, y'all. Good morning, everybody. I am up and packed. I still need to change and use the restroom. And then I'm probably going to bike back to London. I'm at the London campsite, but it's a mile or two outside of London. It was dark when I came in, but it looked like a cool spot. All right, let's talk about my day yesterday. I started at the Bridge of Dreams, which is mile 131. And and I made it to London 100 miles away. 100 miles isn't terribly impressive, especially considering it took me 15 hours to do it. Pretty sore and beat up. I had a couple, I don't know, close calls on my route. Now I knew once I started into Columbus, I had to just keep going. I couldn't stop. Because I ain't trying to stealth camp in town. On the east side of Columbus, I don't know how to say this. So on the east side of Columbus, there was several people who didn't speak English, or English was their second language. And I biked past two guys that was jogging on the trail, and they was wearing jeans, jogging in jeans. And I slowed down as I passed them because one was on the right. They was taking up the whole lane. And immediately as I passed him, he started running faster, chasing me. Didn't say anything, but was obviously sprinting, trying to catch me or trying to keep up with me. And I'm not gonna lie, had it been a hill, something where he could have caught me, he was gonna get a face full of mace. I'm not sure why anyone would chase someone at a public park. And if you chase me and you catch me, I'm not waiting to find out why before I respond. So that had me freaked out. And then on the southwest side of Columbus was a whole bunch of homeless people. Now, I might have got video of some on the trail. I'm not sure. My memory card got full and quit, so I don't know if I got it or not. So there were several homeless encampments leaving the southwest side of Columbus. I don't know what the town's called, but there was a prostitute on the street. I know a prostitute when I see one. Definitely a prostitute. And at one of the homeless encampments, there was a bunch of teenage boys, 4 or 5, at least 14, 15, throwing rocks at the homeless people. And as they noticed me going by, one elbowed the other one to stop. But for all I know, they're just gonna throw rocks at me. This morning it continues. I'm camped in London at their biker campsite. You have to call and register. There's a bathroom with a lock on it. You gotta call and register with the local popo to get the code. Well, this morning, what I assume is a homeless person, because they certainly looked homeless, went in the bathroom, was in there for like 45 minutes taking a shower in the sink. So I couldn't get in the bathroom, and I needed to go. And another cyclist pulled up while I was there, and she came over to chat with me, and she's like, yeah, there's bathrooms in South Charleston, but they got them locked up and closed now because of the homeless problem. Again, I don't know what the answer to any of this is. But just running rampant and closing down the infrastructure that everybody else is using is not the answer. I got a potty. And I've never had to drop a deuce on a bike tour on the side of the trail somewhere. 'Cause I've always been able to find bathrooms at reasonable locations. But if they lock them all up because there's homeless people living in them, what do? Might have to break out these baby wipes. Anyways, it's enough of that rant. Probably more later. I don't know, if you're still watching, I appreciate it. Like and subscribe, follow along. See how my day goes. I was told they locked the bathrooms in South Charleston because of the homeless people. And apparently they do. Bathrooms are locked up. No bathrooms, no water. I don't know. Follow along for more complaining. No rain and no wind. It's slightly chilly, but that's okay. Had breakfast in South Charleston, my oatmeal that is. And it's time to get rolling. Follow along. Well, apparently Cedarville locks their bathrooms up too. And you can't use them. So that's 2 towns since leaving London where the bathrooms are not accessible. These are bathrooms at the trailheads for the trail. And again, I couldn't use the bathroom in London because a homeless person was in there taking a shower in the sink for 45 minutes. I thought, well, I'll pinch it off, go to the next place. Nope. Next town's Xenia. I don't know why it's Xenia, not Xenia. Spell with an X. Next town's Xenia. And I'm guessing their restroom's open. And if it's not, I'm just gonna leave a mess somewhere. Anyways, on we go. Like, subscribe, follow along. It's a beautiful day. Hello. Three cabooses. Now they're just being stingy, showing off. 3 cabooses.
You did like an 8-day series on the OTET. That's where you probably would have seen her at.
Yeah.
She rides over Indiana on that trail. From Louisville.
Feet back up. I just left Xenia, heading south on the OTET. Connects to the Little Miami Scenic Route, headed towards Cleveland. And I got company. This is Jason. Jason came out to ride with me today.
How's it going, everybody?
Jason drove down to the Creeper Trail when I did the group ride, and he gets the award for the longest drive for a group ride.
Yep. Good ride. Beautiful down there.
Yeah, this is moving much smoother than any other part of the trail. Look at this nice shirt. What's up, fella? You don't look happy. Let me get my views and then I'll move you. You bite me, we're both gonna be upset about it. Just aiming at the good looking bald guy. Like my girlfriend. Bother! I'm just trying to move you. I got my heart rate up. Thanks. We are in Morrow getting some ice cream. We don't know if it's any good, but I think I'm seeing soft serve, so I don't know. There's a depot here, and they got a nice caboose too, so we'll be checking that out. I'm tired, my butt hurts.
Get some cycling jerseys.
What time did you get started today?
Pretty late, probably pushing 8 o'clock by the time I really got moving.
Yeah.
Because it was around 7 when I woke up, and
Man, it was good riding with
yeah, you too. I appreciate you coming out.
you. Yeah.
Really helped the time fly by.
Yeah.
They got a potty up in here. Just passed up South Lebanon where Jason got picked up. It's cool having him come out to ride with me. Really helps pass the time when you got someone to chat with and listening to you blab. I am, I don't know, 35 miles from Cincinnati, I think. I'm gonna be stopping this evening in Milford. There's a city park there that they're supposed to let people camp at, but the last time I attempted it, they said it was off season and they didn't let people camp that time of the year. I don't know. And I ended up camped at the VFW in town. So my thought process is if the park won't let me camp there, I'll just hit the VFW again. I got 18 miles to camp. It is 5:44. So I'll roll into town or camp before dark, which will be good. And I'll have a pretty easy 17 miles tomorrow into Cincinnati, I think. Anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. We got some seriously good quality content this time around. I about lost a finger to a snapping turtle, which you've seen by now. Well, I am in Milford, camping with permission, not stealth camping, though I can still be bothered by the popo. Yeah, I'm tired. I got less than 20 miles to go tomorrow. I think Google said 17, but the sign that I just passed said 15, I think. So tomorrow's going to be a real short day into Cincinnati. I got my camp set up. Well, I got my tent set up. I still need to toss my bed in. I'm going to see if I can find some food. I didn't spend any money today. I got ice cream. Jason bought me some ice cream. I was going to spend some money. It's my last day. I haven't bought any food. A couple snacks here and there. I've been eating out of my bag. I think I'm going to see if I can order a pizza or something, or maybe there's something within walking distance. Pretty tired. Anyways, y'all want to see my view and what I'm listening to tonight? So, that's my view. I assume you can hear it. And I got a roof over me, so there'll be no condensation. All right, I'm gonna finish setting up camp, see what there is to eat around here, and if I don't jump back on to blab some more, I'll blab in the morning. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Me too, dude. Me too. Looking rough. Good morning, everyone. I am heading out of Milford this morning. I've got, I don't know, 15 to 17 miles to get to the end of the trail in Cincinnati. Google Maps says 17, but this sign I just passed said 15 to downtown. So, a very short day for the day either way. I got into town last night around 8 o'clock. So I biked about 12 hours and hit 82 miles. So for those keeping track, that's 11 hours the first day, hitting 60 miles. 11 hours the second day, getting 75. 15 hours the third day, getting 100. And then 12 hours yesterday, hitting 82. Yesterday was kind of an awesome day. The weather was pretty nice. No real headwind issues. No rain at all. Kind of winding this down today. It's been quite the Type 2 adventure most of this trip. The first 2 days I just got dumped on with rain. The third day I dodged most of the rain. It wasn't supposed to rain at all, but I got dumped on for about 15 minutes real hard. And the entire day on the third day was a headwind. And I was moving brutally slow. And then yesterday's pretty good. I don't know why it took 12 hours to do 80 miles. I mean, I stop in video and stuff, but that's mainly my only breaks is stopping the video. Like, I'm not stopping for lunch. Yesterday I stopped for a few minutes in Xenia, and that was it. But it was a good ride. Anyways, I'm blabbing. Ooh, mural. Nice. All right, on we go. Probably do a little blabbing at the end of this. Kind of my rundown of the trip. Like and subscribe, follow along. I don't know why you're still watching this if you haven't subscribed. Hello? Oh yeah. Someone messaged me yesterday and said they saw me going by and I didn't say hello. If y'all see me out here, even if I'm with someone else or whatever, give me a shout, say hello. I got stickers. I would have gave you a sticker. I like seeing people out. Anyways, on we go. Follow along. Bats. Well, that is it for the Ohio to Erie trip. I don't know, I probably have a lot of feedback. I'm pretty beat up. This morning, I didn't look. I think it's only 18 miles this morning coming to the finish, and I can tell how beat up I am. I skipped breakfast, and I just packed up and left. And that's probably impacted a little bit, but I don't know. There's a lot of Type 2 fun, but I expected the Type 2 fun. Partially looking forward to it. You get a real sense of accomplishment when you do something that's difficult and you don't want to do it. Last night at camp, I ordered a pizza and had it delivered to me, which is the first actual food that I bought on the trip. And while I was sitting there eating, I was thinking, man, this was a good trip. And it was a real sufferfest. Yeah, I started Wednesday, today's Sunday morning. I think it's right around 10 o'clock. So really 4 days, in a couple hours. But when I say 4 days, I mean 4 days, all day. I probably averaged over 12 hours a day. If I post up on Facebook, for those who follow, where I'm at and where I'm going, specifically on a trip, like, that's kind of an invite. So if you're local and I'm riding by and you want to come and hang out and ride for a bit, if you see that kind of a post, give me a shout. If you're still watching this, I appreciate it. I'm pretty tired. I'm going to shut this down and go sit down probably. I might have more feedback after I have time to take everything in. They really need to do something about the homeless around the bathrooms. You can't just shut a bathroom down. Like, you can't take resources from everybody else because the homeless people are abusing it. That's a big one. I had another run-in yesterday with last night with a homeless guy where I was camping at, and the guy that runs the place where I was camping actually came out and ran the guy off. But like, I was being as friendly as I could, and he was basically just scoping out my entire setup. I don't think I shot any video of it, but when I set up my camp, I basically surrounded the bike and my tent with picnic tables, to where not only would you have to get the lock off the bike without waking me up, you'd have to carry the bike over these tables to get away with it. It's kind of ridiculous. And I was even in a place where there was cameras. Anyways, I'm going to keep ranting. I'm out. If I don't have more feedback, then this is it. I appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe. Follow along. My next trip will also be full of Type 2 fun. I'm a glutton for punishment. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.
This is quality content.
Like and subscribe.